Okay, guys, I'm going to post your assignment now. Your assignment is called Gone Viral. So I'm going to explain what your assignment is and then give you ways in which you can turn it into me. Everything is due by Friday of this week. Um, so you have a little bit of time to work on it. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email or post on Google Classroom and I will respond as soon as possible. Also, if you didn't watch the other video, um, progress reports have been extended until Thursday, so you still have a little bit of time to fix that. And I do need you to check in daily, right? So if it's a question or if it's a, hey, I'm working on the assignment, or hey, I saw this really cool video, I wanted to show you, whatever it is, as long as you're checking in with me, then that'll be used like attendance purposes. Okay, so let's get back to the assignment. The assignment says McAllen High School has become the center of attention because a novel or new virus has entered the campus. Not the corona, but it's spreading throughout the entire school, right? It says write one-page paper, not half a page, not three-fourths of a page, one full page, explaining the story of your virus. So you're creating a new virus that has hit McAllen High School. You need to tell me the name. How did it get into McAllen High School? And then I'll give you more specific things on what you have to include. You also have to create, going back to the one-page paper, that could be on Google Docs that you turn it in, or if you want to write it down on actual paper, then that's fine, as long as you take a picture and send it to me. But make sure that it's clear, that I can see it and legible, or just type it out, right? Okay. The second task you have to do with this assignment is create a public service announcement. So a PSA. You must find a way to alert the public of what's happening. What steps the city of McAllen should take to combat the threat of the virus that your virus has created, so that threat. So for that platform, you can use TikTok to make a video, but I want you talking in it, not just dancing in it. You're trying to alert the public of your virus spreading throughout McAllen, right? You can also write out a newspaper clipping that would go into the monitor. You can make a Snapchat story as long as you can share it with me on Google Classroom because I don't have Snapchat. You can make a YouTube video that you can send me a link to, or you could use Adobe Spark. That's a really good one in case you want to play with that. It's kind of like PowerPoint, but it has really good animations and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat. Okay, for your public service announcement for that video, your friends and family, they can join you in the video to help you inform the public about what's happening with your virus. And it can be scary or like intimidating, but be serious. I don't want videos where everybody's laughing, like, oh, this virus has hit McAllen. No, be serious. Take it serious. This is an assignment. You have the entire week to do it. So make it look good, make it good, right? Okay, so what does your video or your paper have to include? You can actually, if you write the paper first, then you can use that paper to create the video. That will really help you, right? Okay, so what does it have to include? It has to have the common and scientific name of the virus. So, for example, if you say, my virus causes the flu, right? The common name for that would be the flu, but the actual scientific name would be the influenza virus. Or like if you say, oh, I have a cold, the common name is a cold, but the virus name is the rhinovirus, right? So you have to give me both a common name and a scientific name. So like what's happening all over the world is the common name of the virus is coronavirus, but the scientific name is COVID-19, right? So give me both. Also, give me the symptoms. So what does your virus that's spreading throughout McAllen High School cause? Like people to, like, what do they feel like? What do they have? Fever, diarrhea, coughing, all that stuff. It doesn't have to be all that stuff. I'm just saying examples. Okay, mode of transmission means how does it spread? So is it by droplet precautions? That's like coughing and like anything with body fluids that are drops? Is it spread by touch contact? Is it spread by um, body fluids? So let's say you drink a soda and then your friend drinks a soda and they caught it. How does it spread? Also, can it be prevented? Possible transmission. So we all know or should know that viruses cannot be killed off by antibiotics. That's only bacteria, right? So you can tell me things like, well, there's a vaccine, or I've created a vaccine, and that's how you can prevent the spread of it. Or there's no cure, right? Whatever it is, that's up to you. Be creative. The next part says you also have to include what's the outcome of the individual. So is it acute, which means quickly onset? Is it chronic, long term, like cancer? Or does it take time to get? Like, how fast can it spread? And what's the outcome of the individual? Like, will they survive or be able to survive, or is it like inevitable death? Is there a cure, treatments, medical treatments? Because some people like that homeopathic treatments, like at home. Whatever you want to include for your virus, I'm okay with it as long as you're creative and you take time and effort into your work. I'm fine with it. Also, what body systems does it affect? So, for instance, the coronavirus, they say first it affects the digestive system, right? So you ended up getting nausea, diarrhea, upset stomach, things like that, like stomach aches. And that's why it was really tough to like diagnose, because then it went into what everybody knows more commonly about, that it causes like respiratory problems and so coughing, sneezing, fever, all that stuff. So you do have to tell me what body systems that your virus affects. It could be the nervous system, like, oh, swelling of the brain. So that's the nervous system. It could affect your circulatory system because, hey, the infection is now in the blood. Whatever it is, whatever system it affects, like, let me know. And then how does it affect the system? So, like if you were to say something like the example edema just means like swelling of something, so like extra fluid. Necrosis means like a killing off of like muscle cells and things like that. So tell me how it affects the system and what systems it affects. Then you also have to include how can people prepare for the potential viral pandemic. So, what is a pandemic? Look it up. What's an epidemic, right? Because you've been hearing, oh, the coronavirus started as an epidemic and now it's a pandemic, right? So, what does it mean? And your virus, how can people prepare for that not to happen or not to turn into a pandemic? And then, what's the vector? So, like, the vector is like, let's say if you're talking about something like Zika, the Zika virus, the vector was a mosquito, right? So it came into the human population by or via a mosquito, right? The So you have to tell me like what was the vector of it, like what was patient zero, how did it enter Mackay, all of that stuff. And definitely the last one says additional interesting facts. So add at least 3 interesting facts about this virus that you're creating. Whatever you would like to add, I'm okay with it. And then you can't really see it, so I'm going to explain what the rubric is and how I'm going to grade it. So it says 5 points for the common and scientific name, 10 points for the symptoms of the disease, 10 points for the expected outcome of the illness, 10 points for the medical treatment or preventions that you might have for your virus, mode of transmission, so how is it spread, 10 points, how can you prepare for a potential viral pandemic, what body systems does it affect, what's the vector, and additional interesting information. 15 points is for well-organized, neat. Don't just piece it together last minute like, hey, it's Friday and I haven't done anything all week, so now I have to get something done for Miss Lima. And if you can do that and make it look really nice and really good, well, then more power to you. As long as like it looks like you put effort into it, it looks like you took time on it, and again, you have all week to do it, right? You can turn it in on Google Classroom and or YouTube. I'm gonna send you all like a YouTube channel link that I created in case you want to subscribe so that you're up to date with like any videos that I post or anything like that, without checking Google Classroom. And yeah, just find a way to get it to me. If you're super like technologically not inclined, then you can pick up a packet of this same information in person at McAllen High School. I left copies with the secretaries and the admin. And so you don't have to, like, if you don't want to create a video, again, you don't have to for that public service announcement. It can be like a newspaper clipping, right? So you can write it out or type it out and do that. Your video, I would like to see you in the video, but if you're like super camera shy and you're like, I can't do this, I can't do videos, I don't do that, whatever it may be, that's okay. Then just write stuff down or create a poster or make something so that you can put in front of the camera while you're talking and I can hear your voice. And definitely have fun with it. It is going to take you a good amount of time, maybe to do some research. If you have any questions, you can definitely send me a message and I'll answer all your questions. And then talk to one another. Don't copy off of one another, but talk to one another. So if you have a friend that's like, oh, I'm doing this for my virus, then maybe they'll give you ideas, right? And then they'll give you a chance to like FaceTime with them or something like that. Okay, well, keep posted. I will also put up like a Flipgrid video so I can know what you did over spring break. So it'll be a link to that, and you can also get used to the Flipgrid. And then we have to move on to classification. So I'm going to create another instructional video about like questions that like can help you with like understanding the concepts of classification without me being there in the classroom to teach you. I can teach you through here and through that packet of notes that I have, as well as questions. And then I'm going to post videos also so that you can like learn classification well while not being in the classroom. Okay, that was a lot. I do miss you all, and I can't wait to see your projects, and I can't wait to see your videos of what you did over spring break. I hope you're safe, and I hope you're doing well, and don't forget that you do have to check in daily, just so that I can put like on attendance purposes, like they reached out to me. Okay? Talk to you soon, guys. Have fun with the project. Don't stress out over work. Take your time. And yeah, see you soon.